What's going on? Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boston Clinic, and Shawn Porter called a press conference at his little performance training facility, which is pretty nice, man. I seen it a few times on camera, and he doing his thing, as far as peak performance, and I think he was snack as well. But we ain't here to talk about that. But don't forget, we doing live commentary, live scoring. Obviously, no footage because you can't do footage on YouTube. Both of the Premier Boxing Championship cards tonight. I'm gonna just go live all the way through the preliminary card on Fox and the main event. With the main card on Showtime tonight. Just to let you guys know, and also join the podcast, Castbox link, and subscribe to the podcast. We got a lot of things that's about to pop off on there as well. Still working on the Patreon channel, and taking my time. But it'll be additional content that be a little bit more raw, and what it is. But Shawn Porter made the media rounds after his press conference presenting his new woman fighter, Keith Thurman. And it wasn't, what everybody wanted to hear. I seen two different interviews that he did with several out there. Was two that I picked to listen to. Both will be in the description as well. Because y'all know how I do. I give y'all the source, all the time. But he went in on Keith Thurman. Went in on Danny Garcia. We'll talk about what he said about Earl Spence first, because I know that's what y'all guys want to hear. He said that Earl Spence wasn't the guy he was looking at 2 years ago. What do you mean by those years? When Danny Garcia, called him out and said he was tailor-made for him. Then he said Shawn was tailor-made for him. And, 2 years ago, he had a fight with Keith Thurman. He just came up short. And what real champions do, I'm going to get this in his benefit of his doubt. Real champions do, they give, when a close fight, they come back and give you a rematch, immediate rematch. And Keith Thurman didn't do that. He should have gave Shawn Porter an immediate rematch. Shawn shouldn't have had to earn shit. It was a close fight. Shawn should have got that immediate rematch. We shouldn't even be in this position right now. But we are in this position. And basically, what Shawn Porter is saying is that Keith Thurman is milking it. And those are the two guys that he's looking at. It's Danny, because Danny called him out. And Keith Thurman, he's not looking at Earl Spence right now. He says the WBC belt is the belt that he always wanted to have at his house. He said Earl Spence going to have to wait. Just like everybody making him wait, he going to make Earl Spence wait. And let me say this again. I really want to see if Earl Spence is going to be the guy to break the mold. Because Keith Thurman didn't break the mold. What I mean by breaking the mold is this. Floyd made Keith Thurman wait. Pacquiao, Floyd made Keith Thurman wait. Now Keith Thurman is in the cockpit. He riding shotgun. You feel me? That's what he's doing. Instead of breaking the mold and setting the example, and giving Earl Spence the shot, and give him the shot that you couldn't get versus Floyd, and passing the torch. Now he want to play hide and go seek and hold the belts and hold them on top of the hill and make people work for him. Not just work for him in the ring, which Earl Spence and Shawn Porter, they work for the opportunity to face Keith Thurman. Especially technically Shawn Porter did not get into that in a minute. They work for the opportunity, but Keith Thurman is holding it hostage. He don't want to give it up. He want to make you work and make how can I explain this? He wants to make them work like Floyd made him work and never gave him that shot. It was up to him. He'll never give them guys that shot. And that's a product of, Premier Boxing Champions and Al Heyman paying top dollar for mediocre fights. But that's another topic for another day. But that's what it is. Now Shawn Porter is keeping that cycle and repeating that cycle by making Earl Spence, continue to wait and hide behind a weak excuse that he want to wait for the WBC. He said he ready to go. He blasted Danny Garcia as well for taking 11 months off. That's Danny Garcia prerogative. If Danny Garcia wanted to take the year off and wanted to get fresh and get his mind right, because he had a hell of a war with Lucas Matisse, which neither one of those fighters walked out that fight the same. Let him. You're not the guy that can tell who can take time off, who can't take time off. You feel me? So on that word, no, that was weak, but look what you're doing. He said, I would take any route to face Keith Thurman. I took all routes to face Keith Thurman. I'll do anything. I go to Danny Garcia. I'll go fight Keith Thurman directly. But the only route you won't take to face Keith Thurman is getting the IBF fight through Earl Spence. So you didn't exhaust all your options to take every route. So you lied right there on camera. You didn't. He didn't take every route to face Keith Thurman, because if you face Earl Spence, you become that guy that everybody wants to see Keith Thurman with, and that's the big money fight. So he lied. He didn't take every option to face Keith Thurman because you didn't take the Earl Spence option. And you hid behind the fact that you injured your hand versus the Andrew Granato's fight. But he never injured his hand. I told you guys. He said, I could have fought Danny Garcia tonight. He told on himself. He wasn't injured. He was never injured, in my opinion. But that's how they rocking now. It's a whole bunch of punks in the sport of boxing. Whole bunch of PMS and punks. They don't want to compete. They don't want to fight online. This ain't, Ernie Shavers, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston. This ain't, Foremans, the Michael Moores, the Michael Spinks, the Mike Tysons. These are not those type of guys no more. These are females that's boxing. This female boxing, that what you see in the welterweight division for sure. And in several other divisions. And then as well, Shawn Porter asked the WBC to strip Keith Thurman. And I said that. Said they losing money. He said, I fought Granados and I fought Berto Granados. I earned the right to face Keith Thurman. I mean, come on now. Granados, he just was coming off a loss, man. He shouldn't have been ranked at 147. Andre Berto, how does Andre Berto give you entitlement to face Keith Thurman? That was the dumbest mandatory shot I've ever seen in my life. But he did say he's willing to fight Danny Garcia next if he had to get to Keith Thurman. If that didn't work, he was going to Keith Thurman and make the fight happen. Let us know what's going on, bro. He said Keith Thurman's always been like that. He always pretty much been a bitch and had bitch tendencies. I'm reading between the lines and was always secretive. And what is he waiting on to announce his next fight? And I told you guys, before I continue what Shawn said, I told you guys that Keith Thurman is hiding something. He's either injured, not feeling confident in the arm, because he should have had an opponent by now. And then he was in talks with Jesse Vargas, then he pulls out of that fight, or those negotiations, and now he's just sitting there. There's no word coming out what Keith Thurman going to do. And I told you guys, either, Keith Thurman going to retire, he going to have to give up, they're going to have to strip him of them belts, and I said it a long time ago, if he didn't fight by June, I want him stripped of those belts, and people got mad. So what you get mad for? He inactive. And when he ready to come back and fight the dogs of the division, then he can have an instant mandatory fight with whoever has the belts. Earl, Shawn, Danny, Terrence, whoever it may be. But I'm telling you guys, there's something fishy about this Keith Thurman situation. I'm predicting that Keith Thurman may only fight once this year, say he's still injured. And it's time to strip the guy. It's time to strip him. The WBC, like Shawn says, the one that's losing out on money. And Shawn, right, they should strip this clown. This clown ain't trying to fight, man. I'm trying to tell you. He ain't trying to fight. Either there's still something wrong with his elbow, which he waited several months after a few months after the Danny Garcia fight to get the elbow fixed. Why didn't he get the elbow fixed immediately after the fight or soon after the fight? It makes no sense. Then he run over to Nepal, over there in whatever Asia, wherever it's at, and was sparring in the street, saying he not ready, sparring with locals. Dude's a clown, man. It's time to strip Keith Thurman. Like Shawn said, I agree with that wholeheartedly. It's time to strip him. He said he keeping everybody in the dark, and even Shawn don't know what's going on, and they share the same advisor and manager. But he said they should strip him. He said, I'm going to go through the chains of command. He said, I'll fight Danny if I have to, and I'll go to Keith and fight Keith, go to Keith like, what's going on? If that don't work, I'm going to go sanction somebody and get Keith Thurman stripped. And that's what it should be. He should just skip to getting Keith Thurman stripped. Forget the Danny Garcia thing. Get that man stripped, and you and Danny can fight for the belt, and then you can get Danny in the ring easy. It's time to strip Keith Thurman. It's about to be March. He's supposed to be fighting May 19th. I'm just saying, man, there ain't no opponent that came through or nothing. And if they ain't hearing nothing, and Danny ain't hearing nothing, and Earl ain't probably hearing nothing, what's going on with Keith Thurman? What's going on? And him to pull out that Jesse Vargas negotiation, that just tell me something ain't right with that arm, or mentally, he having a hard time getting over that hump. But Shawn is exactly right. Strip this guy, and when he's ready to fight, he can get an immediate mandatory fight, whoever hold the WBC and the WBA belt at the same time, or whoever hold one another, he choose to go for it. That's what it should be. And I ain't mad that Shawn is frustrated. I ain't mad at Shawn at all. Shawn is just making excuses for not fighting Earl Spence. How can you get mad at Keith Thurman for making you wait, but you making Earl Spence wait? And Earl Spence has a title, and you still making this guy wait. Y'all fraternity of punks at the welterweight division that's ducking him, saying that, he got to pay his dues and get a championship, then people will fight him. But now he got the championship. He done did all your requirements. Now he still got to wait. But when he in shotgun and he make you wait, you want to fight with him. If y'all go to another division, wherever it may be, you're going to be calling them out, crying for opportunity when you got 2 or 3 losses on your record. I think I'm ready. No. If I'm Earl, I'm not giving none of them shots. You better become the mandatory. You know what? I want a 99.9 per split in my favor to 0.1% in your favor for making me wait. But y'all know what it is. Don't forget we going live tonight. Live scoring, live commentary, both PPC cards.